Just before we get started today, I'm going to give you a little tip. I was surprised to learn that a lot of people don't know that these bandit raids here, they actually count for the rebel quests. These ones here. Oops, no, these ones here. So yeah, do those bandit raids from J to complete your rebel quests. Hey boys and girls, it's KnightStalker here. Welcome along today to Quinn Ruin Siege. Check it out, man. And we're going again with the Berserkers, the Huskarls. And today we're going to bring the mighty Imperial Spearguard because they have some quite good utility when trying to push supply. That's the supply up by the mid-capture. So we've also got some woodcutters, not super useful on attack when you don't have to push siege, but life be like that sometimes. So that's kind of all the comments I've got. Let's get into this game now, hey? And here we go with our beautiful loading in animation. So we're starting off first with the Berserkers. So let's give these guys a bit of a crack, shall we? We've got fast Berserkers. We have the mobility doctrine on them, which basically means that they get a 15% speed boost for about 8 seconds. And I find it quite useful for being able to move them in and out of combat, especially when you can see things that are starting to overwhelm them, because you need your Berserkers to heal over time as quickly as possible, or immediately in some cases if they get enough hits. So if you, with the mobility doctrine, you do have that sort of just extra bit of speed to get out of combat more than getting in. And we're just going to be a little bit patient. Now looks like it's the time. So we're going to use the number 1 ability to charge them in. With the Berserkers, the number 1 ability, if you're using top line, will give you a 10% damage reduction, and that is really, really important. Murdered them straight up. And here we go. This is how we're pulling them out of combat, because we have incoming firepower. So we'll just sit here, we'll heal them up, and we should be able to capture that point nice. Hopefully we can avoid and get through this little gap before the next shot comes in. That's a pain. And the flames stay on the ground too, so we're going to have lightly roasted, very nice and warm Berserkers, but we can re-heal them as well. So when you're using the Berserkers, it is really important not just to use your Berserk, because you won't get enough healing. You've got this number 2 skill here. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right here in the middle of battle. But when you use it, you will get up your war cry ability. Same with the charge. Oh man, Berserker on Berserker hurts. So you do want to be using that number 2 ability as often as you can, really. You know, the Berserk Rage will give them a full-on heal, but without the additional war cry generated by the charge and by the number 2 ability, their healing won't be as good as it could possibly be. So we've got more Berserkers here. Let's try not to have Berserker on Berserker, because, well, Berserkers win, which means that we're going to lose large chunks of them. Oh my goodness. We are killing some of the Berserkers. Oh, ow. But we are getting a bit pummeled as well, as you might expect. Now, these 40s in the open formation, they're particularly good at killing Berserkers, because they're very high DPS as long as you're microing them. You put them in the block formation, you hit V, block formation V, and they create some very, very intense damage. They're not so good against the Berserkers while they're braced, is something you have to watch out about, because the Berserkers can typically get past the point of the pike without dying, which then means that they can, just, well, tear the unit to bits. So you've got to micro your 40s against them to get maximum ability, but they're actually very, very good against the Berserkers if you know what you're doing. Okay, so I have no Berserkers left. We'll just capture this point. Now what? So jump on that spear. We don't need to. What we really want people to do is go to B, because pushing the supply point is extremely costly usually. It's very, very difficult. In high tier games and, you know, CCL, CBL, pushing that supply point generally isn't done. It's much better to normally go for that B point, unless they've made some critical errors on the defense. So nobody's attacking B though, so we're going to follow the team, because we can't do much by ourselves. So we'll get the boys in here and we'll get them starting to chant as soon as they're ready. But that is a formidable defence. We've got grandies, we've got pikes, stalwarts. I don't think it's going to work out well to get in there. These javelins are kind of just losing their lives for no good reason. We've now got muskets in there. We've had like 400 heroes as well. So even though I am pumped up, we're psyched. Psyched for the weekend. Psyched for the drinking competition from the Viking long haul. Oh, that's bad. Cav bad. We're just going to have to walk away from that because we cannot go in there. Team, would you like to come this way? Oh, good. We have got some friends. I really want to start chanting up before I go in there. Though we're a little bit over-eager. But now that we've got these... Oh, I would have saved that charge as a threat. But will they kill him? They did. Nice. They need to pull back out now, and they are, so that's good. Unfortunately, that unit of Huskarls or whatever it was on the front got their absolute heads kicked in. We are all pumped up and ready to go, so these peasants will never know what hit them. It's what's in front, it's what we have to kill. Do you see those 40s with the Spartan armour? I like that. The 40s are the Fortebrachio Pokemon. These arrows coming in are from vassal longbows, so we can completely ignore them. Their damage is insignificant, not even worth considering. So, what have we got? More Huskarls. We've got Javos, which threw a really weird volley. Now my plan in here is to break the shield line first, and then send in the Huskarls once after they do their... Oh man, ow, 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 ow. See how I backed off there and let our other Huskarls go in as well? It's sharing the damage across the two units while we wait for the cooldown on the second, well, bash ability. But I don't feel like that went particularly well. Man, we slaughtered some peasants, but who cares, right? Peasants are completely irrelevant. We'll just make sure this cavalry guy here has to stay on the point. It means he can't run off and, well, I guess he's going to do it anyway. Look at Mr. Spearhead doing his dance. Cool dance, bro. Can we get on the cannon? No. Right. Whoops, that was a bit of a mistake, but we'll go with it. We'll punk this guy. Or not. So we've only got iron caps in front of us here, so I think... Or are they... Yeah, I think they're iron caps. Or low-level palace guard, actually. So I think we'll run away because they are going to die very, very, very quickly. Alrighty, so it's spear boy time. I do like my spear boys. They work very, very well with the longsword class. So let's go. Channel mate in a Zohan. So let's go. Alrighty, then we're going to walk slowly with the 40s. It's very, very nice that we've got 40s pulled at the same time as our shields. They move at about the same rate, and they work very, very well together. Really? We want to go supply? I don't like pushing supply. It's usually very, very costly. But if the whole team's going there, and we've got somebody attacking B from the right flank, you can see on the map there, then we should be able to do this, theoretically. Oh, yes. PGs. Right, and I'll just disrupt this pike formation and all that sort of carry on. Once our shields get here, I'll back off slightly. I'm just using my hit points and my extreme toughness of my longsword here to take punches. And we're actually going to let them set up. Usually I don't like letting the units set up at the end there, but we'll let them. So look at these, see these Spartan 40s? Don't they look awesome? That skin looks absolutely brilliant on javelins as well. Look at that, we only lost one. No, we didn't lose any. We didn't lose any spear guard. Beautiful thing. That was a ridiculously successful push on the supply point. We had a great variety of units. We had pikes and guns and heavy infantry and shields and cavalry. And ultimately that unit composition is what just forced us through here. So we don't want any retakes. We're going to put out our line. We can protect our team. And just sort of push on forwards. Where I want to be is obviously the supply point, being a longsword with shields. Not supply point, the capture point. Did I say capture point? And again, those arrows coming in are from NPC longbows, and their damage is negligible. It's not even remotely worth worrying about. So, we've got the supply point now. This way, I guess, with the rest of the team. Yep. Everybody's going this way. Come on, everybody, let's go. So, we've got the same composition as we used to take the supply. And we're already on top of it. And they have dead people. So it's going to take them... They're going to have to try and retake rather than us forcing in. Ooh, Kev. Ooh. Let me just take this guy down. I won't kill him, but I'm going to give him a lot of reasons to run away. See, I cycle my skills there. Just dumped into him, and now he's going to have to run away and heal because he can be boosted at the moment. Alright, so here's the retake. They're going to attempt to come this way. So, of course, we're just simply going to put the shield wall in the way. And Imperial Spearguard are no joke. They are no joke at all. GG team. Well, that one went really, really, really well. What's drop dead? Yeah, we got the first hero with the Berserkers. Berserkers are cray. I'm going to have to do another video without Berserkers at some point, I think, but they're so much fun at the moment. 1 for 42 for the Berserkers. They killed heaps of stuff. Huskarls, unfortunately, only killed peasants. And Spearguard did what Spearguard did and got punched in the face. A whole lot. So yeah, unfortunately, because the Huskarls kills were only peasants, that has driven us down the scoreboard a little bit, and we came in 4th, but really that's not a big deal. Anyway, boys and girls, I hope you learned something new, or you just enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for coming to my channel.